Water explodes off USS Gravely's port side. No warning, no negotiation, just muzzle flash and the roar of a deck gun tearing the night apart. Hostile fire, hostile fire. The alarm shreds the Caribbean silence. Sailors sprint, hatches slam. The 5-inch gun snaps forward. Phalanx CIWS hunts the sky. This is not a drill. A Venezuelan warship, modern, fast, armed, just opened fire on an American destroyer in international waters. Inside Combat Information Center, green scopes bloom with targets, surface contacts, air contacts, and one hostile bearing down at flank speed. Range, 4,000 yards. The commanding officer doesn't shout, doesn't hesitate. General Quarters, set condition 1. All weapon stations stand by. 96 vertical launch cells, SM-2 missiles, harpoons, torpedoes. USS Gravely can erase that patrol ship in 6 seconds. But the captain knows. The first shot starts the fight. The second shot starts the war. Another burst. Closer spray hammers Gravely's hull. The tactical action officer looks up. Sir, permission to engage. The next 60 seconds decide if this is a close call, or the opening battle of a conflict nobody ordered. And America didn't come here to lose. 12 hours earlier, USS Gravely departs Trinidad and Tobago. Mission, Freedom of Navigation Patrol. Show the flag. Support regional partners. Remind the world that the Caribbean's shipping lanes, oil, cargo, billions in commerce, stay open. International waters, 20 nautical miles from any coast. Under maritime law, Gravely has every right to be here. But rights don't stop rhetoric. For months, Venezuela has flexed. The Essequibo dispute with Guyana heats up. Energy companies drill. Nationalist media screams. And now, American steel in the neighborhood. Enter the Venezuelan Navy, a Guayquerí-class patrol ship, fast attack craft, 76mm deck gun, crew itching to make a point. Its captain declares a restricted maritime security zone, a phrase with zero legal standing out here, but declarations carry weight when backed by weapons. Gravely's mission is deterrence, not confrontation. Partnership, not provocation. But deterrence only works if the other side believes you'll act. Night falls. The Venezuelan ship closes. Radio crackles. Spanish, then English. U.S. warship, alter course immediately. Gravely's captain replies, voice calm. We are operating lawfully in international waters. The Venezuelan response? Muzzle flash. America didn't come to negotiate. Inside CIC, chaos has structure. The standing rules of engagement boil everything down to 3 principles: necessity, proportionality, identification. You don't fire to punish, you fire to stop. The tactical action officer reads the playbook in real time. Hostile act. Someone uses force against you. This qualifies. Rounds in the water. Hostile intent. Someone demonstrates capability and threatens imminent use. Also qualifies. Venezuelan ship armed, closing, ignoring warnings. Unit self-defense. Always authorized. Necessary force. Proportional response. But here's the problem. Proportional doesn't mean equal. It means enough to end the threat without starting a war. The captain has options. Graduated response protocol. Step 1, radio warnings. Done. Step 2, visual signals, whistle blasts, searchlights, flares. In progress. Step 3, non-lethal shows of force, helicopter maneuvers. Ready. Step 4, disabling fire. Authorized if necessary. Step 5, decisive engagement. Last resort. Every action logged, every warning time-stamped, every decision defensible in court, in Congress, in the headlines. The Venezuelan ship fires again. Range, 3,500 yards. Splashes walk closer. The captain keys the radio. Venezuelan warship, this is United States Warship 107. Cease fire. You are endangering life at sea. 5 short blasts on the ship's whistle. International danger signal. LRAD booms across the water. Alter course. Cease fire. On the flight deck, an MH-60R Seahawk spins up. Rotors blur. Flares ready. Camera recording everything. The Venezuelan ship doesn't turn. It accelerates. The tripwire just became a trigger line. Range, 3,000 yards. The Venezuelan deck gun swings. Muzzle flash. 3 rounds punch the water. Closer. Spray mists across Gravely's forecastle. Inside CIC, the electronic support measures sweet spikes. Fire control radar. Not locked yet, but searching, hunting. The Teo's voice stays flat, professional. Captain, contact shows hostile intent. We have authorization for disabling measures. The captain's eyes don't leave the scope. Not yet. Execute graduated response Bravo. Launch the helo, make it loud. The Seahawk lifts. Rotor wash hammers the flight deck. The helo arcs wide, drops flares in a V pattern, white phosphorus lighting the sea like a second sun. Visual message: we see you, we're ready, stand, down. Gravely angles right, opening lateral separation. Not retreating, maneuvering. Keeping broadside geometry, see room for options. On the bridge, binoculars track the Venezuelan crew. Sailors cluster around the forward mount, hands on the gun. Searchlight sweeps Gravely's windows. Old school intimidation. The Venezuelan captain radios again. Voice tight, adrenaline leaking through. This is your final warning. Alter course or we will fire for effect. Fire for effect, not warning shots, kill shots. The TAO logs it. Timestamp, exact wording. Evidence. The captain's jaw sets. His hand moves to the comm. All stations, stand by. Mark 38, prepare to engage on my command. Target, forward weapon mount. Disabling fire only. The 25mm gun slews. Stabilized. Locked. Range, 2,800 yards. The Venezuelan ship's deck gun elevates. The barrel swings toward Gravely's waterline. And then, impact. A bright lance rips from the Venezuelan bow. The round screams across the gap. Impacts 10 yards from Gravely's port quarter. Water geysers. Shrapnel peppers the hull. Metal shrieks. A stanchion bends. Paint scars. Damage control calls. Minor topside damage. No casualties. No flooding. The captain's voice cuts through the noise. Cold. Clear. Hostile act. TAO. Disable their mount. Execute. Gravely throws hard right rudder. Engines roar. The destroyer heels, opening bearing, gaining separation. The MK-38 25mm gun speaks first. Burt. Stabilized. Accurate. Lethal. A 3-second burst. 30 rounds. Every one on target. The Venezuelan forward mount erupts. Sparks metal shredding. Gun shield peeling. Gunners scatter, diving for cover. The mount sags. Disabled. Silent. Overhead, the Seahawk drops more flares. The crew-served gun stays cold, no need. Point made. VHF channel 16 crackles. American voice. Calm. Unyielding. Venezuelan warship, cease fire immediately. Render safe your weapons. Heave to. We will not fire again if you comply. Silence. Only rotor wash. Only the sea. 10 seconds. 20. Then, the Venezuelan bow swings south. The searchlight dies. Deck crew throws arms wide, palms out, empty hands. Damage control hoses appear. The forward mount angles down, lifeless. Dead metal. Gravely throttles back. No victory lap. No humiliation. The mission wasn't to win a duel. It was to stop the shooting. Mission accomplished. The ocean erases evidence fast. Within 15 minutes, Gravely steadies on a new heading. The Seahawk shadows at safe distance. Camera still rolling. The TAO records every second. Warnings issued, shots fired, response executed. Video and radar tracks uploaded to 5th Fleet, Southcom, the Pentagon. Battle damage assessment. Scuffed stanchion, peppered paint, bent railing. 0 casualties. Engineering checks every frame and bulkhead. No leaks, no cracks. Nothing but pride and paint harmed. On the radio, the Venezuelan ship calls for assistance. CIWS malfunction on its forward weapon. That's a face-saving ladder. Gravely lets them climb it. The destroyer announces it will stand by at safe distance. A P-8A Poseidon overhead relays the incident to Trinidad, Colombia, U.S. Southern Command. By midnight, phones ring in Caracas, Washington, Brasilia. Embassies burn oil. By sunrise, the narrative split. Caracas. Unprovoked U.S. aggression in sovereign waters. The claim won't survive a chart review, but it plays well domestically. Washington. Tight, lawyerly, irrefutable. U.S. forces exercised lawful self-defense in international waters. Response was necessary, proportional, and terminated upon cessation of hostile action. Regional governments issue statements. Concern, calls for restraint, de-escalation. Commercial shipping companies quietly adjust routes 5 miles east. Insurance underwriters flag the area. Premiums tick up. Inside Gravely's skin, the crew secures from general quarters. Gear stowed. Coffee brewed. Watchstanders rotate. Business as usual, except it's not. The captain's decisions, textbook, justified, legal, will be reviewed by JAG officers, flag officers, congressional committees, and the 24-hour news cycle. That's the burden of command in 2025. Fight the tactical fight. Win the legal fight. Survive the political fight. On the mess decks, a third-class petty officer checks Twitter. USS Gravely is trending. Hashtag Navy Strong. Number sign Don't Tread on Me. Memes already circulating. Fame is loud. Professionalism is quiet. The crew cleans weapons, logs maintenance, prepares for the next watch. Because tomorrow, the sea doesn't care what happened tonight. This wasn't the start of a war, but it shapes the map where wars are avoided. Expect changes. U.S. posture. More frequent Caribbean patrols. Predictable, visible, professional. Additional exercises with Trinidad, Colombia, island partners. Bridge-to-bridge communication drills. Deconfliction protocols tightened. JAG teams embed on deploying ships. ROE refreshers every week. Venezuelan calculus. Tonight's loss stings. Domestic media can spin it, but the Navy knows what happened. Leaders face a choice, restraint or rhetoric. Smart move, shift maritime enforcement to Coast Guard units. Professional, less escalatory. Dumb move, double down, send more warships, manufacture another incident. The key variable, third parties. Smugglers, gray zone operators, opportunists who thrive when rules blur and tensions spike. They're watching, calculating. Regional response. Smaller nations want security without being someone's chess piece. They need U.S. presence, but not confrontation. The balance is delicate. The safest future? Boring. Radios used correctly. Egos checked. Charts respected. Protocols followed. Boring keeps ships moving. Boring keeps oil flowing. Boring keeps wars from starting. But boring doesn't trend. Boring doesn't win elections. Boring doesn't make headlines. Can everyone accept boring when the world rewards heat? USS Gravely, DDG-107. Class, R. Lee Burke. Flight 2A. Displacement, 9,200 tons full load. Armament, 96 Mach 41 VLS cells. SM-2, SM-6, ESSM Tomahawk. 1 Mach 45 5" /62 gun. 2 Mach 45 5" /62 gun. 38 25mm. 2 Phalanx CIWS, torpedoes. Sensors, AN/SPY-1DV phased array radar, AN/SQQ-89 sonar suite, Link 16 data link, aviation, 2 MH-60R. Seahawk embarked, Venezuelan Guayquerí class, displacement, about 1,500 tons. Armament, 1 OTO, Malara 76mm gun, small caliber mounts. Speed, 35 plus knots. Role, fast attack, coastal patrol. The mismatch is brutal. Gravely outguns, out-sensors, and outranges the Venezuelan ship in every category. But wars aren't won by specs. They're won by discipline. Tonight, discipline held the line. Territorial sea, 12 nautical miles. Sovereign waters. Foreign warships can transit, innocent passage, but cannot conduct military operations. Exclusive economic zone, EEZ, 200 nautical miles. Coastal state controls resources, fishing, oil. Navigation and overflight remain free. High seas, beyond EEZ. Any nation's warships can operate freely. Hostile act, use of force against U.S. forces or allies. Hostile intent, threat of imminent use of force. Capability plus intent demonstrated. Unit self-defense, USD, always authorized. Commanders can use necessary proportional force to defend their unit. Graduated response, escalation ladder, warnings, non-lethal measures, disabling fire, decisive engagement. Rules of engagement, ROE, legal and policy framework governing when and how force is used. USS Gravely didn't fire first, but when rounds hit the water, America didn't flinch. This is what professionalism looks like under pressure. This is what sea power means when the stakes are real. Not in a war game, not in a briefing slide, but in the dark, in the spray, with 300 lives on the line and the world watching. The captain made the call, the crew executed, the law held, the mission succeeded, no casualties, no war, no apologies. This is American naval power, not reckless, not timid, disciplined, decisive, deadly when required, and tonight, it kept the peace by proving it could shatter it. If this breakdown mattered to you, if you want more stories of the moments that almost changed everything, hit subscribe, smash that like button, Share this with someone who needs to see how the Navy holds the line. Because freedom of navigation isn't a talking point, it's a promise. Defended one watch at a time, one decision at a time, one shot at a time. USS Gravely proved that tonight. The question is, who's watching? And what will they try next? Stay tuned, stay informed, stay free.